via e-sales system. Our speakers are Maksym, Nefyodov, First Deputy Minister of Economic Development and Trade of Ukraine, Oleksiy, Sobolev, Director of ProZorro.Sale Project Office, Yaroslav Yurchyshyn, Executive Director of Transparency International Ukraine, Vsevolod Kovalchuk is the head of UkrEnergo, and Andriy Tokar is the advisor of the chair of the board of Ukrgasvydobuvannya. Esteemed colleagues, good afternoon. We'll be talking not about procurement, but about sales. We know a lot about public procurements. We understand the scale of the problem. We know that the state is the biggest procurer. 300 billion hryvnias of our taxes are spent. And thanks to the reform of public procurements, a big part of which is the ProZorro system, we managed to change the situation in this sphere. There's a lot of work, but there's very positive dynamics. And it's logical that we got an idea to do the same, but in public sales, where the situation is less known to everyone. Both the Ministry of Economy, in the Ministry of Economy and the citizens, they do not really understand how much does the state sell as the state property, as big state enterprises or municipal authorities, municipalities and so on. It's not about billions, but this sphere is always in the shadow, not in the direct sense of this word, but very often indirectly, because not the best one is winning, but the one who knew about where, behind which closed door, there is such sale taking place. And this is the problem that the heads of state companies have and state bodies, which would love to organize this process transparently and efficiently. We understand that any hryvnia in the account can be used in investment programs to increase salaries, to reduce budgetary requests, but there's no simple mechanism of use of the public funds. In the end of 2016, in November, we started the joint project with starting from February 2017. This project is not a pilot project, it's mandatory. And it demonstrates very positive trends of growth. We sold already a lot of state property. We sold it worth 400 million hryvnias, and they just 400 million during the last week and a half. And we would like, and we feel a big demand from the state companies. We would like to join this program and to sell the extra property which they have. And I'm sure that both UkrEnergo and Ukrgasvydobuvannya will tell us how much of it is there. And summing it up, I would like to say that the system that we are using is a mirror system to ProZorro. We have a central database where every citizen can get an access and can look at their sales at ProZorro.Sale, at any statistical data. We're trying to be absolutely open, and the access to that database takes place via the platforms. There are 28 active platforms, which ensures the access to clients, and it guarantees that there is the information. That's basically this way we are avoiding the information that someone has the information and gives it just to someone with who they have a preliminary agreement. The scheme showed itself, demonstrated itself as very reliable in ProZorro, and we believe that it can efficiently work here in ProZorro.Sale. I would like to thank all who believe in us, to the state bodies, to state companies that support our experiments, and I hope that we will be able to win together. And I would like to thank Transparency International, who have been our partners in many anti-corruption initiatives that ProZorro.Sale, training projects, risk management projects, and of course the project team. There are many of them now, and Oleksiy is managing this office, and these are people who in principle have joined the reforms as the volunteers to change something in Ukraine. And we thank the dollars, because as always, no one gives us money for reforms. We need to find them ourselves. Thank you, Maksym. Oleksiy, tell us in more detail about the mechanism, how it will be working, what are the plans. I will tell what are transparent ProZorro.Sale. It's something, it's 104 hands that have been working on the project for 150 days. Inna Ivanivna bought an apartment which was 20% cheaper than in the market, but they were trying to put on this for sale 3 times before. That's our most popular auction, real estate of Krishchatyk Bank. 14 participants participated, and the price went up by 66%. And there is an auction where the price went up from 7 million to 22. We also sold the assets worth 400 million hryvnias. Also now in the system we have about 3,000 lots, and they cost 13 billion hryvnias. Anyone can participate, physical persons, and there will be everything for everyone, anything for everyone, the computers, flats, whatever. Also, there will be the assets of the state companies put for sale. We grow almost 100% every month. The sum of what is sold goes up very quickly. Everyone can find something for yourselves. That's the average indicators of the competition. In average, about 4 people come to auction when it's real estate, and the auctions are very popular. We also sell like cinema halls, and now Maserati is put for sale, and the starting price is 16,000 hryvnias. Maserati to everyone. That should be the slogan of ProZorro. We're planning in 2017 to start selling the used assets of state companies. Forest will make the transparent auctions for lease of the forest, and our plan is for 7 billion hryvnias this year. So follow us. If you as a state company want to sell transparently at a high price, please come to us. If you're a buyer, just go to the website of ProZorro.Sale and you will see everything there. Here, this is a screenshot of the first lots of first state companies that we connected, and that is Ukrgasvydobuvannya, I believe. They will tell us better about that, Andriy. Andriy Homenko, advisor to the chairman of the board of Ukrgasvydobuvannya, as Oleksiy mentioned. First one that we put, first bid is metal, scrap metal, and we are planning to have thousands of tons during a year. That's just the beginning. Also, there are used tires, used accumulators. That's what we can put for sale even now without involving the assessor. When the assessor starts, or evaluator, independent evaluator starts working, we will be selling the material assets worth 500 million hryvnias. We've been with ProZorro for 2 years. As soon as we heard about ProZorro.Sale, we decided to join it, not to lose our position as a leader, because with ProZorro procurement, we are the leader. We are one of top 3 leaders, and we believe this will be in the future same way.
Thank you, Andriy. Now, Sobolev, what are you going to sell? Good afternoon. We have the same activity as an enterprise, and we are going to sell used materials. And when we knew about this program, and the guys can testify this, they said be quick, and we were not waiting for one day. We were in Satam platform. There are some negative and positive things, and now we want to compare results. And the first selling via auctions, it showed that 18 million of expected cost, and the assessors, they assessed it as 12 million, and we increased expected value up to 18 million, and now it is 25 million. So there is an increase, and we don't even know what business we can do in this, and we see the transparency of the system, and together with our partners, we expect that there will be more interest in this platform. And in ProZorro.Sale, we have clear statistics, 5-7 participants, and then we will reach good results in saving. And if there is a bigger competition, it is not that good, and 5-7 participants is a really good situation. And we plan to sell for 70 million expected value of products. These are metals and metal constructions and used electric equipment. And we expect the law on energy, and we will be in the category of enterprises that can be and we will be able to sell our assets, and a lot of property that is used in the operation of enterprises and vehicles. We will be able to sell these products. And next year, we expect that the year turnover will be about 120-200 million. And thank you for this instrument. It was good in the first in the sales, and we expect even better results this time. Yaroslav. So, if we are speaking about fighting corruption, due to the system, such systems as ProZorro, we have we prevent corruption, and there is no corruption de facto in the system like this. They are based on principles of transparency and openness, and there was a proposal to work with the first pilot project of fund guarantees of deposit guarantee funds, and that system believed to be non-transparent, and we wanted to change the approach, and we did it. And during our pilot project, there was only one complaint, and then the participant didn't have any complaints. And of course, we have a little bit of negative things, and some cases are filed in court to ban this trading, and together with our colleagues, we wanted to establish ProZorro court, and maybe we will search for some IT decisions for this. And now all those increases, indicators clearly demonstrate that if you remove human factor when the person decides and tries to influence and defend the interests of some party, so then the results will be positive. And we have a lot of requests from different areas. They want to establish ProZorro sales, and we can replicate the same for communal property, for selling communal assets. And now we have negotiations, and we cooperate with Kiev and Dnipro in this area, and I hope that this will be broadening. And the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade, together with the State Assets Fund, they will introduce the schemes on privatization, and there are a lot of things to do. And we'll start ProZorro virus and managing assets that are got by the state in corruption cases. The assets that are returned to the state. And you know that oil products of Kurchenka, they decreased the octane number, and then they sold these assets, and they will get the money when they will be when this money is devaluated. So if you do it through ProZorro, you will see these results that are on the screen, and we as transparency, we provide public monitoring, and we guarantee transparency and accessibility to all interested parties. And this is a unique system, and each citizen can come and take part, and especially only a smaller number of people could take part in this trading before. And those areas where it was really, there were a lot of complaints about corruption, and those state enterprises that are remove this corruptive schemes and Ukrgasvydobuvannya show good results of good governance, and they use new mechanism, and this is the indicator that new motivated management now in office. And there are a lot of questions within the prosecutor's office, and we ProZorro prosecutor's office is also the project for the future, and they show good results. The assets increase many times, and the company starts to earn, and there's a state enterprise, and this is a priority for the budget. And previously there were only losses, and this is a good indicator. And we here in Ukraine, we just walk on money, and at the same time we are trying to borrow some money from IMF, and we have money in our country, and this ProZorro virus will spread, and we are partners, so we guarantee that trading will be done transparently and we avoid corruption. It is difficult to fight corruption, and in corruption there are always names and there are interests, and if the legal system of justice is inactive, it is difficult to fight corruption. So we should avoid corruption, prevent it, and we believe that there are agents of ProZorro, and their number will increase in state and communal enterprises. And in time, all new territorial communities will use ProZorro mechanisms, both in sales and in state tenders to the maximum. And the cases, such as like local councils try to hide something, in these cases will be less and less, and there will be less corruption. And I would like to greet all the team of ProZorro. And recently we had 1 year of official start of work of ProZorro, and as of first year of work, the results are impressive. Some people say that we did not achieve a lot of results, but in our team, this is the team of reformers, and we believe in the system and invest the funds in order to actively develop the system. And this is the unique example when money is not only from donors, but a lot of money goes from business that invests not in bribes, but in system that fights bribery. And we hope that our ProZorro virus will cover new areas, and Oleksiy and Max, that they will will be supported by thousands of people, not only in Ukraine but elsewhere. This is the product that is studied. This is the product of Ukrainian reform that is studied in the world, and it gets it becomes known in the world. And the platforms created in Moldova, they study our experience in Great Britain, and it shows that in the future we will be exporting transparency, and I believe that this will be our biggest achievement. We are waiting for ProZorro Court and ProZorro Prosecutor's Office. We have 5 minutes for questions, and then we will have a coffee break, and then we will participate. Intended to buy tickets for Eurovision, and you'll get a unique code in your mobile phone, and you will be able to take part. Please ask questions, please. Do we have questions? No, no questions. So I would like to thank our speakers. If you want to participate in auction, please register, get your unique code, and let's buy Eurovision tickets.